Okay, here we are. The season opener of the Pumpkin Valley Circuit Race. Brought to you on St. Patrick's Day. We're rolling in. We did a free lap. We're going to do 5 laps here. Players to watch for. Velo Kings. Anyone with green socks on Velo Kings, we kind of planned that. So there's some green socks. That's Richard. Is that Richard? No, it's Steven. Steven, I'm sorry. Steven Pimentel, Richard Gable, and myself. We're going to test our metals against Chaz, Nick, and Alex. Kind of an A race, and then there was a B race. So you see some yellow wristbands. So we raced it together, but kind of scored it separate. So we have some yellow bands here too. So we're just kind of cruising along here. There's going to be a preem on the second lap, a cash preem, and then cash money to the winner. So.
I mean, you get footage of dropping me, but then it'll go in. I can't find my camera.
Chaz forgot his camera.
Yeah. Oh, this screw.
So I guess I'm making this video for Chaz too. There's Terrence in the black vest there. He was cold. It was a little chilly. I tossed my vest, I think at the start.
Make sure those wristbands are showing.
I'm playing Moto Ref too, by the way. We're enforcing the center line to keep it safe.
Yeah.
And
Esteban, Conago.
Esteban. So we have a lot of Velo Kings guys that come out for this. Got a pretty broad range of age and talent on the team. Trying to float back to get a good shot to see what kind of turnout we got.
St. Patrick's Day, Pumpkin Valley. We got the A's and B groups going, so if you see a yellow wristband, we're racing together, or we're going to place them separate. So we're coming into the start. We did 1 neutral, and then we'll do 5 hot. Do a cash preem for both the A group and the B group on the second lap. And then cash money for the winner after 5 laps. So, got the Velo Kings representing.
Pretty good group there. I thought maybe if I narrate the whole thing, then I won't have to do it afterwards.
No, we're not really live. I'll probably kill the audio to John.
Ilias and roll up next to.
So what's the plan?
Well, the plan is to survive till the preem, get about 4th in the preem, and probably die on the climb right after.
Solid.
Yeah. We're ambitious.
So outside of the money on the preem, and screw the rest of the race up because of it. Yeah. Perfect.
We'll say because of it.
I think you can execute on that.
Yeah,
I believe in you.
You know, I've been training hard.
Yeah. I see you're trying to keep it all under like 20, 25 miles when possible for the distance. Yeah,
exactly.
Just 20 miles of VO2 every day. Perfect.
Full gas.
Full gas.
Full gas. All right, so this thing's about to pop off here. This is the finishing stretch coming into the start finish here.
We're live. We're live. Live on Twitch. We got 3 subscribers. No, I'm not.
We got lap cards on the right here.
My mom's watching, everyone. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Mom.
My number
She'll
1
watch.
fan.
And my number 1 fan. Love you, Mom.
And we're off.
And we're racing bikes.
I figured if I talk enough, I won't have to add audio afterwards. Yeah. You can just narrate during. Just one take and done.
If only it was that easy.
It's like a real road race with the center line ruling for us.
I know, right?
Normally I just go left and just dip up there. Now I gotta like figure it out. I'm probably caught too far back right now.
You actually have to think about where you're sitting in the pack.
So we're coming up to a hairpin, and then there's a little climb on Bryant Road.
Up the road. Richard, with those green socks attacking, going into the hairpin, looks like he's going solo.
So Richard took a flyer there. He's up the road a little ways.
You're kind of insulted no one's chasing him. It's my teammate. Show him a little respect.
Someone chasing.
Someone chase that.
Sorry, Richard.
Like,
they don't know, dude. They don't know you. Richard's riding really strong.
Center line, center line.
That's Alex, Ride
center
Bikes.
Line, Alex. Okay, it's a warning.
He missed the briefing in the Starbucks parking lot, so we're all good now. So there's the hairpin, climbing up the hill. Richard and I went out on our lunch hour, and I sat on his tailgate and did a leaf blower and slow speed around the entire course to clear the glass.
I need the rep whistle. It's so cool. Start whistling.
Yeah, be good if I had the whistle. Could be a total moto rep.
I do too. You just do like the Okie whistle with your fingers, then you're a man.
It's like an attack going up the hill. Someone's going to chase Richard down, so I'm just going to move up with that. There's Steven on my right. I'm going to go and jump across to this. Let's see, who do we have up here? This is a Ride Bikes guy and Team Swift. Looks like maybe Chaz and Ryan are gonna bring back Richard now. It's at the top of the hill. It's about a 3.8 mile circuit. So I think all in it's like a 19-mile race or whatever. Not very long, but plenty spicy. Little cross tailwind right to left on the top here, so just kind of slot left of the wheel in front of you if you can. And that's my guy, so I'm not gonna like put anything to this, but just sit on Chaz and wait for someone to shut Richard's move down. Try to stay kind of second wheel, and if they flick, I'll pull through, but I'm not going to work, so I'll pull through and then I'll kind of go left, get out of their way if they want to chase them. Don't let me stand in your way. No one's really chasing, so I'm just kind of
Go.
It's like Nick and maybe Ryan, got Ilias and Steven, chase that. See some of our guys kind of fill in and just kind of slot in behind him. This is, let me see, if it's a dirty bike, it's Ilias in front of me. Tell if it's his helmet or not. I think that is Ilias. So there's Nick, must have pulled off. There's George. And I thought I'll just throw in a counter. So they had brought back Richard right there. He was at the front of that. And gosh, did Steven go off the front? I think Steven went. And don't know who's up the road. We'll find out. This is Travis. He drove down from Modesto area. Super strong rider. He took him to Florida with us this summer. That was Alex, I guess, who had countered and was off the front. So there's Travis flicking me through. So I'll come through with Travis. He's riding really strong. I think we're gonna roll to Crockett, Texas at the end of April. I think he's gonna go to that too, the Davy Crockett Classic. It's a road race, time trial, and then a road race the next day. So it's my kind of omnium or stage race when I don't have to race in a crit. So. Travis coming back around again. Notice a few holes in his kit. He's really strong, but it's a bad luck along the way. But I like giving him a hard time just because he's such a strong rider. There's Chaz attacking.
Hey.
Travis is covering. Get Diego on that center line. Hey, Diego. No.
There. It's your wheel.
Like Steven. Remember what we talked about. Those green socks up there. Kind of thought we'd trade off covering Chaz. So it was his turn. But Chaz, I think, realized he wasn't gonna get away here, so he kind of sat up, and everyone kind of caught back on. It's Richard in the bright green socks. And there's Steven in front of us, Chaz to his left. And Diego jumped out in front with that dirty center line violation. I gave him a hard time afterwards. These roads are open to traffic, and we want to keep it safe. We also don't want to have any complaints from anyone, so from cars. So we just said, hey, we're gonna roll center line the whole race.
Cross the center line again.
I don't think he heard me.
You got it, Diego? Don't cross the center line again, or you'll get pulled out.
Not really. I was in character, being a mother ref.
Other guy. Go with it, whatever you want. Use him.
I'm like, Steven, if you're gonna go, like, are you recovered?
Go if you're gonna go.
Don't roll off, dude. Go. Roll off, I'll follow you. Someone will. There's the lap cards up on the right there. So 4 to go now. So we're in the second lap. This will be the cream lap. And Steven kind of bridges up. He gets a pretty good gap going. Chaz and Ryan. Ryan was riding really strong. I think he got a puncture at some point. Might have been the next lap. Esteban. I think, yeah. He's a solid dude. I speak terrible Spanish, and he kind of does the same with English, but we communicate with smiles, and I use Google Translate when I text him, so God only knows what I'm saying to him in Spanish. I don't know how accurate Google Translate is, but solid guy. So Ryan was really active in the earlier parts of this race, and he's got a yellow wristband, so he's racing in the B group. So if he can stay away with the A's, and then he'll punch a ticket to the win. So there's Steven making a U-turn. You kind of saw out of frame there. This corner's a little slower because we would set up all the way left, but the center line is a little slower. I did leaf blow it really good, get all the sand and gravel out of it. So there's the last of the field, and there's Max, our follow car. He did a good job of following the field up the hill with his hazard lights on, making sure cars would give us the number 2 lane. So this is the hill on the course. And Chaz isn't really going super hard. I thought he would have shut this down by now, but Steven's opened up a pretty good gap. I don't know if we can see him up the road here. But the game plan wasn't to try to solo away this early in the race. We would just kind of trade attacks and kind of see what would work and what wouldn't. We averaged, I think I said 27.1 miles an hour, so pretty decent speed average for 5 laps. I think someone said. I didn't do a lap or separate segment for the race, so I'm not sure if that included a neutral lap, which would have slowed down the average. But it was going good. Everyone's riding fits. Chaz is flying right now, super strong. Steven is as well. He's give him. You know, he's been riding now, I think, nine months and dropping 382 watts or whatever for his 20-minute power test last week. So, yeah, he's a Cat 4 only because there haven't been enough races for him to upgrade. But I'll project him being a Cat 2 before the season's over. I think he's going to plan on racing Tour of America Dairies Land. So. There's Nick with an attack. We'll go ahead and I guess Ryan's not going to drag me up. So I think I came up on Nick and felt like I had some speed, so I might have just counterpunched him here. And they probably weren't expecting me to go across to Steven this early, but I put in a really hard dig here and opened up. You see Steven right up there in the distance. I have a gap behind me, so I'm not dragging the field up to him. And I'm thinking, hey, this might be some easy preem cash money coming through the start and finish line for one of us. Maybe we cut a deal, we split it, or kind of see how it unfolds. But get up to Steven. I don't remember if I pulled through or if I needed to recover for a second. But looks like I'm going to pull through and take it. Tell him to jump on. This guy's not in our race. He's probably just wondering what the hell's going on when 35 racers come crashing around. He had his earbuds in. But also part of the Pumpkin Valley race course today. So. Steven comes around. I think I have him take me to the bottom of the pole or bottom of the hill, rather, coming up on the right turn. And we've really got a solid gap. Like, kind of thinking, I really don't want to solo away for the next 3 laps, but I'm okay if Steven does. He's up for it. I can talk him into it. So. I don't think he knows it yet. He thinks we're just going for the preem. Probably should have communicated a little better. So I guess I take him down the hill. Not a lot of wind through here. You get going pretty fast down this hill. Just trying to dig and TT away, get as much of a gap. My game plan, I think, at this point is I'm going to really invest in getting a big gap for Steven and setting him up to stay away. So we got this curve and then 2 more curves to the start-finish line to finish off the second lap. And just him and I think Ilias, a teammate, he was trying to bridge up. He's the one that was talking about, going all in for 4th in the preem and then blowing himself up to where he can't finish the race. Kind of joking. So Ilias is a really strong sprinter. He's one of our elite guys. He and Steven actually. So I think they'll both probably do some damage at Chowchilla Crits that we're putting on here in like 3 weeks now. That's gonna be a fun one. So I think I go really hard from here all the way to the corner. thinking if I blow myself up, I can recover, reattach with the group, and just try to patrol the front and see if he can stay away. And if not, I'll let them kind of drag me up, and then I'll just counterattack. That was kind of the game plan here. So I'm breathing pretty hard, just about out of energy. I got Steven going now up the road. Kind of sits up.
Up, go! 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 Fucking go!
Probably have
God damn it!
Probably edit the language out there. A little heat of battle. I'm not mad at you, bro. I'm just trying to communicate. Like, we got this break, and I want you to keep that gap open. So he did. I thought maybe Elias would get across. They could work together, but I'm gonna soft pedal here and let that gap open up, and then jump back on with the field. I think they absorbed me right around the start-finish line here. But you can see Stevens, I mean, he's up the road. This is pretty good position. There's 3 to go. So I jump right on and start the patrolling. Surf over to, I think poor Ryan got a flat. He was riding really good too. So he pulled off. This is Matthew. He's a solid sprinter. There's Ilias. He's done. almost as he prophesized, except I think he got second instead of fourth. But the cream only pays to the first guy across. So. Chaz trying to bring back. There's Richard helping me out. Telling Nick, I'm glad. I want to be a sprinter like you. I can just sit in. Nick worked his ass off in this race. He and Chaz both did. They did a long ride before this, and it definitely had some effect on things. As Richard pulled off, and so I don't want Chaz to get too far up the road, so. But Nick is kind of stitching it up, so I'll follow Nick through the hairpin. Back up the hill. I think I better jump across here. There's Terrence. I just felt like I don't want this thing to get too far up there, so I think I come around George here. Got some speed, so I passed George. I think I passed Travis. That's Richard. Just gonna pull up next to Chaz here. Just get us to the top of the hill. I definitely don't want to do any solid efforts to bring Steven back. Was feeling really good about this break, and figured three laps for him solo. What's that? 10-11 miles. So he's got really good TT power. So I slot behind Chaz here and wait for the attacks to fly. No one's helping Chaz, poor guy. He's looking for someone. I'm just gonna sit on his wheel, and I think he finally flicks me through or something, and I pull through. But he probably could have used a brake right here, but this gap's just opening up right now, I think. Kind of refreshing to sit on a wheel. I'm so used to just eating wind like a dummy. Now I know what the rage is all about. go just as fast with about 80 less watts exerted. So good times. Yeah, someone should have taken a poll for Steve, or for Chaz. The Team Swift guys had, 4 guys, I think, in the race. Can I go ahead and pull through? Oh no, I think here we go. He's good. So I got Richard to cover that, and we'll just kind of take turns covering these moves. And I slot over behind Matthew. So Team Swift is down a rider because Ryan had flatted out there on the front stretch. So we got Ryan and Travis, and then Richard. Team Green socks today. I had some really awful green Argyle socks I haven't worn since St. Patrick's Day 2019. I wore for the Auburn Criterium. I was racing in the 3-4 Masters back then. And they were good luck then. They brought me the win. So, but man, they're ugly. I wouldn't wear them if it wasn't St. Patrick's Day. I probably won't wear them again until next year. Chaz working his way back up on the inside. We're coming to the right turn sweeper. And I think I'm just heavy because wasn't putting in power, but Coast would kind of run those guys. Chaz taking a dig, so I'll slot in behind that. But yeah, a lot of real estate between the front of this race and Steven, who's just solo up the road. There's Alex. He was telling, he wasn't telling me to get on, but I went ahead and got on. So he keeps glancing back. Who's on my wheel? But man, he punches a nice big hole in the wind, so it was nice to kind of cruise down this hill on his draft. But Alex, super strong sprinter. He's a new dad, so he probably doesn't. I don't know if he's been training as hard. I know having a newborn definitely makes you train smarter. You don't have the same hours to put in, but man, he's still a motor. I don't care if he didn't ride for 3 months. He could come out and put the herd in. So he's just a beast. You're a beast, Alex. Alex comes left, Chaz comes through, and leapfrog over onto Chaz over on the right side here. Not Chaz, but that was Nick rather. Richard's got him covered, so I'll slot back here behind Chaz. So we got a little 2-and-2 at the front of the race on a lovely St. Patrick's Day evening. And Richard, you were riding good, dude. 2-and-2. Really, really solid riding by Richard. He's just, his form has really come on, and I think he's going to tear it up. Just not really gaining any ground. Definitely could have used some love from Team Swift to help bring this back. So he's looking over. Like, I'll go ahead and pull through, but coming up on the lap cards here, and I think.
Watch out, Steven!
I'm not sure what that was. You're off his wheel, something. Anyway, I was giving Travis a hard time. He's going to try to bring back Steven now. So Richard slots over behind Chaz. I'm feeling pretty good. I haven't had to do much work since bridging up to Steven and kind of launching him at the start of the third lap. So the last lap was really pretty kind to my legs. So they're just taking big, long pulls. Probably in hindsight, maybe if they'd have shortened their pulls up and rotated more, might have been able to bring it back. But man, you can't even see Steven on the U-turn now. He's doing pretty good. Got a photographer there standing just out of frame on the right. I'm sure he got some good pictures at that turn. So. Richard had no problem just sitting on Chaz's wheel up the hill. So. Just sit on yours, Richard. Just kept it nice and tight. Chaz is pulling, just doing almost third of a lap. It's pulling, you know, a mile or more per pull. So, 2-3 minute pulls up the hill. Yeah, I mean, these guys would have a lot more in the tank. But they did it, like I said, a big training ride before this race started. So. Definitely played in the Velo Kings' favor. They beat us all the freaking time, so if we could beat them once, like, definitely gonna enjoy it. I don't care what the asterisk is that goes with it. These guys are strong, so anytime we can match, you know, power and pulls with the right bikes, guys, we're gonna take full advantage of that. So there's Nick taking his pull. Like I said, I think I stayed just kind of second wheel. Just whoever's pull through and just kind of jump wheel to wheel, and felt like if they did bring Steven back, I would have a lot of fitness still in the tank to counterattack and maybe even go through it solo again, because they're gonna have to put in big digs here if they're gonna bring Steven back. I think he did like 350 watts for 30 minutes when he was up the road. So it just unfolded perfectly. He rode really well. So. I think these pulls are too long. So he pulls off, and I pulled through. I think I accelerate because, yeah, Chaz is coming on again, so he came around Nick's right side. I went around the left to Nick and just accelerated up, and he was waving. I thought he was waving for me to come up, so I think I pulled next to him. He was pretty stone-faced. I think I asked him, like, "Are you good?"
Yeah.
Yep.
I think you want to be up here. Alright, I think you're waving me out.
Silence. And then Alex tries to kind of sneak around on the left side, peeks through. Yeah, I'm right there. I got you. Glancing back. going to kind of echelon left a little bit to get shelter from Alex's nice silhouette along with some crosswind. Come through the corner into the downhill. Center line. He wasn't at the Starbucks race briefing, so he didn't know we were gonna call center line. It's a guy that was lapped. So. Yeah, I think you could see Steven up the road. Doesn't really show up on the GoPro. 30 seconds. Yeah, these guys are taking pretty long pulls. I don't know. We rode good. It's usually the other way around. We're chasing, trying to bring Chaz back. So he flicks, I pull through. Trying to get the Team Swift kids to pull. I think so.
Underlay. Wristband up the road, bitch.
Sorry, sir. Trying to motivate. There's Sawyer and Travis sitting on his wheel. These guys are fun to ride with. Steven with the pull. I think the KOM is right around 8 minutes on the lap. Like I said, 3.8 miles. There's an elbow. Alright. I'll pull through and get out of your way. There's Richard sharing the load with me. Yeah, I think we kind of, I don't know. I mean, with our fitness and the way the race unfolded, it kind of felt like kind of had them in check, or checkmate even, going into the third lap, because with my engine and Richard's and the ability to kind of just trade off between Cover and Nick and Chaz and Alex. It was a pretty strong one from Nick. And I just try to go hard to get up to it as quick as I can. So I'd rather drop huge watts for 4 seconds than big watts for 12 seconds. So that's bell lap. So we're coming into the last lap here. This is the last lap, I should say. So they're definitely gonna give whatever they have left to try to close that breakdown. I wish I would have shouted a time gap, or maybe I don't, but I think Steven got it by, I think he had maybe 40 seconds. Let's see if we can see him going up the hill on the right as we approach the hairpin. I don't know if we did. Telling me to be ready for the attack on the hill. Chaz, he thinks Chaz is maybe going to put an attack in on the hill. So. I guess be ready means because I'm not ready. Mark, I need you to. There's Steven right there. So 25 seconds is the gap right there. And we're coming into the hill. So there goes Alex. Big dig up the hill. just thinking, I'm just going to sit on your wheel, Travis, because I don't know that Alex can jump across in 25-second gap. So Alex is looking back to see what's going on. I think he just kind of stalls a little bit at the top of the hill, and Travis just starts bringing it back and bringing us up to him. So, but I know there's another attack coming, so I'm trying to be ready for that. Got about 5 minutes left in the race, I'd say. Everyone's glancing over, try to see when that next attack's coming so they can ramp it up.
Blast!
They cleaned the road off. 4 hours later, it was already blasting the road, so. So Fresno sometimes. It was nice having clean pavement. Richard telling me go, because Chaz is putting in one, so I immediately sprint up and get on Matthew's wheel. Really hoping that Matthew can hold Chaz's wheel so I don't have to come around him. Let Matthew pull through. Matthew's pull half a second and then pulls off. I'm like, all right, I'll pull through. I'm gonna pull off, but I'm not gonna chase down my own dude. So plenty of road to go around, guys. Immediately jump to Nick's attack, and I feel like at some point they were kind of racing for second place. I don't know if it's yet, because I think there might be one more attack coming to try to bring Steven back, but Nick pulls off, I pull through, and brace for the next attack. I know it's coming. There it is. Sprint, 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 sprint. Cover. And then I just kind of freewheel and just roll past him because I kind of overcompensated on covering that one. So just kind of coast over here, let him come back through. Yeah, my legs felt good for this race. Of course, I didn't solo away 12 miles, so it should feel good. I've been doing some 30-20 workouts. It's good simulation for this lap. Did this yesterday. Chaz pulls all the way to the bottom of the hill. Chaz usually leads Nick out for the sprint, so. And that might have been the plan at this point, was just see if they could just limit losses and at least win the field sprint. This is just the last downhill, kind of bends left, and then a left curve, right curve, and then the finish. So just kind of ride his wheel to the bottom. I think I just attack here at some point. I think maybe I'll just try to solo away for second place. And see if I can kind of drop the field here. Let Chaz get me as farther he gets me, the less I have to solo. So no one else is coming around him. I think this is his kind of final effort on the race. So as soon as he's done, don't know how far from this curve to the last curve to the line is, but maybe 800 yards if I had to guess. Maybe 800 yards from the corner coming up. So here I go. I'm just gonna bury it, see what happens. Gonna go out of the saddle all the way to the corner. I guess I'll probably sit down back now. But I think I'm trying to hold, 500 watts or something. If I can hold it to the line, I might be able to hold them off. I know the hands, right? Yep. I'm tired, guys. Shift. I glance back. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna make this, and I don't know if I have the legs to stand up and sprint. So I think I sit up here and just gotta sit back and watch the field sprint. I think they take me on the exit of the corner. I just kind of stay right, get out of their way here at some point. They kind of freight train me here to the line. Just fine. I was just happy to put in the work to get Steven up the road and see him solo away. So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna head over here. We're gonna have some free hug. There's Alex, there's Matthew sprints around him, Richard, Nilios, and Travis sprints.
That's how Velo Kings beat ride bikes, bro.
That's ball game.